have they been able to reconcile it? And then since the
No, it's tough. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been very tough on both my kids. And that's the part that I don't really think is fair, because of the fact that parents, I mean, my parents taught me when I was a child, as they did my brothers, that, you always respect those that respect you, and even those that don't respect you. And I've always shown respect to everybody and anybody. And I think parents that have children don't realize what the dinner table discussions are, and how much of an impact when your child goes back and says something nasty to another child. My children aren't being brought up that way, and neither was I. You don't judge a person by what the media has to say or the television. You judge a person by his own merits, and I think that's what should be done here.
If you're found not guilty in Newark in the upcoming situation, what's your political future look like?
I have to be honest with you. After 21 years, I'm not closing the door entirely, but I would just say that, I've helped a lot of people, and I try to explain to my children a scenario that their dad is faced with. Take, for instance, a baseball game, and you hit 3 home runs in a baseball game, and it's the 9th inning, and there's 2 outs, and you get up to bat, and there's 2 guys on, and all you need is a base hit to win the game, and you strike out. Well, they're not going to remember the 3 home runs. They're going to remember the strikeout. And unfortunately, in Keyport, I would argue that most people would not remember the bad things. They would remember the good things. So I would say that I wish the new administration the best of luck, and I hope the projects that I was involved in, they can continue. I would keep my hopes and thoughts that I would always want to help. Not too many kids at the age of 22 get involved in politics and run for office at 23. So I would say that I've done my 21 years. I keep my head up high, and that I've served with dignity, and I've tried my best to make the community a better place than what it was 21 years ago, and I think I've succeeded to that point. So now it's time for someone else, and if they ever need my advice and consent on a project, I would help.
So does this mean that it's going to be a future of fishing and retirement, or what?
Well, I don't know how much fishing we're going to do. I have to be honest with you, I'd rather, my family's involved in the restaurant businesses, and as you're aware, I was suspended from my job, and I don't know what my future is there, but in any event, I would think that I would spend a little bit more time and energy in focusing on work.
Well, that's great. The upcoming events in town. What are the things when you look at the work that you're currently involved in as mayor that you would say this was something that I'm really proud of?
There's so many projects. I mean, it could be like a little street project. It could be a new sidewalk on a home that never had it. It could be the bulkhead project, which is going to be a $4 million project. It could be a new pier, which the town is anxious on. It could be the redevelopment of our waterfront. It could be new homes being built. It could be the Keyport Business Alliance going through a reformation of new and energized people involved that are going to make the town better. It's just little things. I mean, to me, I don't really care about all the big things, like the big multi-million-dollar projects. It's the little things too that count, I think. When you take a little park and you clean it, or you put new sidewalks and curbs in front of people's homes, and you do things like that, those things to me are important. And you provide the volunteers with some new equipment and new opportunities. That's the things that I'd like to be reflected back on, not so much the big new Borough Hall, which we waited so long for. I mean, I'm proud that we got a new Borough Hall. It's just unfortunate, it's got some problems, but hopefully we can tweak those problems, and hopefully the new administration can tackle some of these problems. And it's not easy being a mayor, and it's not easy being a mayor in a minority when you're sitting up there. And but you know what, I tried my best. I've heard a lot of good things back from people on certain issues that have come before the town in the last couple of months, how well the meeting was run, and I've always tried to do that to give everyone an opportunity, everyone a chance to be heard, but also respect the position and respect the public.
Well, I thank you very much for coming on. Are there any parting thoughts for anybody out there?
Now, I just want to say to the borough of Keyport as a whole, thank you for being so supportive. I thank those that have kept me in their prayers, and just thankful that I have a good family.
Well, thank you so much. This was Mayor John Merla from Keyport, and thanks everybody for coming by. You have a great day.